You have to own your life. I mean, you really have to own every aspect of your life. This concept has been so good to me. It's literally changed my life. Some may ask, well, Mark, what do you mean by owning your life? Well, I'm so glad you asked. I mean owning your thoughts, owning your words, and owning your actions. Total accountability, personal accountability. That means even though you can make an excuse and blame someone else, you don't. Because you understand that anything that involves you, happens around you, that you hear, see, or feel, there's something that's intended for you to learn. Total accountability is owning your life. You hear people talk about renting as compared to owning. Well, the hard truth is this: if you don't own your life, you're simply renting. Now, let me tell you some of the risk factors with simply renting your life. Well, what's some of the risk factors in renting an apartment or renting a house? You can't do what you want. Even if you're cold, you gotta wait until the landlord turns on the heat. What happens if you want to have a bash or a party? You need approval from the landlord. So basically, you're living a reactive life. Basically, you're just surviving. But see, when you own your life, you live a proactive life and you're striving. See, here's the thing. My dad only went to the sixth grade education, taught himself how to read. He gave me some of the most sound advice I could ever get. He told me at a very young age, he said, you have to learn how not to depend on anyone. He told me that I had to learn how to do a little bit of everything independently. Therefore, I would never have to depend on anyone else. See, this advice was so beneficial to me. See, it's almost like this. It's almost like you're responsible for baking your own cake. And that cake will make you full, and it'll also taste good. However, you can't depend on anyone else giving you anything to add to your cake. However, if they decide to do anything or give you anything, that's just the icing on the cake. However, you don't need their icing to still be fulfilled with your cake. This is the difference between renting your life and owning your life. It's too expensive to rent your life because you're forced to be reactive. You're forced to be under the condition to be a slave to someone else's, whether they feel like it or they don't. You don't have autonomy. You don't have control of your life. That's not where you want to be. Proactive people get what they want, and reactive people get whatever's left over. See, when you're renting, you're only reactionary. You need to be proactive. You need to not just survive, you need to thrive. Let me tell you, it is the most beautiful Thursday. I am so excited. It's something about when I get into the sun, magic happens. So I don't know if anybody told you, but I am here to tell you, you were born to be great. So you go out, you believe it, you live it. And other people will say, wow, what is it about you that makes you so confident, that makes you so successful? That's when you tell them what it is. Because see, true leadership, true righteousness, true greatness must first be lived, seen, and then proclaimed. Listen, the great mind is the mind that can simplify all things. You have a wonderful evening.